Hi. So I have decided to pop on here. I'm a little bit late with my normal sessions, but I have decided to still stick to my plan and to my promise to deliver every single week. So tonight, I decided to pop on and kind of say hi. And I was contemplating on what to share and what to write about and record and so on. And I actually spoke to my husband and I was like, you know what, I really don't know what to do. I feel drained. I don't know what to kind of focus on. I don't know if it should be very businessy, very website or social media orientated, or whether it should be very social or lifestyle orientated. And he actually was like, you know what? First of all, I don't think you have to do all of this, but I know you kind of committed and you will want to stick with what you promised. So if you have to do something, why don't you just share what you're going through? Why don't you kind of give people a little bit of an insight to where you are and maybe how you're dealing with that? So with that, I'm kind of sharing with you tonight the kind of the ups, the downs, and how I'm dealing with that. So, 7 steps on how to deal with the rough patch. So, I have whether yeah, I have probably been going through a bit of a rough patch probably the last day, week, maybe even month. Rough patches are one of those things that you never really know when they start exactly. They kind of creep in. Um, and whether you have a business or you're a mom or you're moving countries or you have 10 million other tasks that you need to do, you will probably have went through a rough patch in your life before. Even if you haven't, if even if you don't have any of these things, I am very certain that you would have gone through a rough patch in your life. So I am 100% sure that you can relate to this. Family stress, health issues, whatever it may be. But yeah, so today I'm here to tell you that I feel you. I had a bit of a rough patch, like I mentioned now, day yesterday, and so on. I had an event which I went through, which I went to, and I thought kind of that would help me get out of my COVID rut, and I don't feel like that really did happen, but I've just been lacking motivation. I've stopped strategizing and I've stopped planning. And there's the saying that goes, if you don't plan, it doesn't get done. And I kind of feel like that. I feel like I'm not proactive enough. I get everything done, but it feels like it's with a bit of a hassle. It takes work and effort. And in comparison to February, um, I okay, so we moved to the Netherlands in October 2019, and I hit a rough patch in about December. So that was things were kind of starting to settle, and it was kind of what the hell now? So my brain was kind of not didn't know what to focus on now. For so many months there was something to focus on, and suddenly everything felt quiet. And yeah, what do we do now? And then I kind of came out of that, and about February, I had the most productive time ever. I was doing 2 courses, I was planning my business, I was building my website, I was I was really on a roll. And then we're kind of now in this COVID situation, which kind of hit March, or it seems to be the pandemic that knows no end. Um, but, and I think that kind of hit as well. We had family planned to come over to visit us in April and in June and July, and we're not seeing any friends. And so we have a few friends here, but I think what's happening is my daughter's birthday is in 2 weeks and she's turning 3. And last year with her birthday, our whole life was kind of turned on its head because we were moving, but we didn't have a house and we didn't even know in which country we were supposed to be. So we were in Netherlands and in Dubai and then Netherlands and UK and all in between. But it feels like her birthday is now coming up and we're kind of planning everything to have everything extra special for her birthday this year. And we don't have family that can kind of visit us and kind of join us in for that. So I think that's also placing a bit of a damper on the situation. But this time I feel like I'm able to recognize it quicker and earlier, all the signs, and I'm able to implement the cure a lot quicker. Unfortunately, with rough patches like these, I have found that it takes longer. It takes as long as it takes. So it may take longer than you anticipate. It may be less than you anticipate, but it takes as long as it takes. And you need to be kind to yourself and you need to be patient and you need to have faith that this too shall pass. So I'm sure that a lot of you feel the same, whether it is because of a rough patch or whether it's because COVID related or what that case may be. But so tonight I'm sharing with you my 7 steps to dealing with this rough patch after doing a bit of introspection today and seeing how I have dealt with it right before we moved countries. The first time, right after we moved countries, I had that same feeling while looking for a job and then moving again here and then now COVID. So I've kind of started to see a trend. So the 7 steps were how I'm dealing with a rough patch. So yeah, here we go. Step number 1, stop digging. Like, stop beating yourself up. Do not make yourself feel bad for the way you are feeling. Do not try and tap blood out of a rock. Just stop. Just do not make excuses. Like, just stop and breathe and stop making things harder for yourself. Like, stop feeling like shit and stop feeling shit about feeling shit. So just stop digging. Just stop putting more crap on yourself. So yeah, just stop making yourself feel worse and talking bad about yourself, because it's a very long internal dialogue. So step number 2 would be acknowledge your feelings and share them. So if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling drained, if you're feeling confused or angry or whichever emotion it is, acknowledge it. And this is something I've actually learned with my daughter. So the other day I was really angry and something, I can't even remember exactly what happened, but I was feeling really angry and I kind of started crying, and my daughter came up to me and she's like, "Are you sad?" Like, mommy, are you sad? Like, and I could see her learning how to communicate, and I could see her pinpointing the emotion, like, okay, so is this sad? So, and then speaking out and saying, okay, mommy is sad. Like, and I remember thinking to myself, if we teach toddlers and kids how to start acknowledging their feelings, then we need to start doing that as well. So saying that, you know what, I'm not okay. I am feeling drained or I'm feeling anxious and maybe I don't know why, but that's okay. But acknowledging that I am feeling anxious, acknowledging that I'm feeling drained, or acknowledging that I'm confused or sad. Maybe I don't know why, maybe I do know. But the first step to that is to not make excuses for why you're feeling that, but just acknowledging them. And I think, bloody hell, like, they're your feelings, like yours. And that's enough. That's enough to say, you know what, I'm feeling scared. Like, you don't have to prove anything. You don't have to explain to anyone. If you're feeling sad, whoever made you feel like that, that's not necessary to explain. what is important is to acknowledge and then share it with someone. So you are justified to feel whatever you are feeling. So whether that makes them feel bad, that doesn't matter. But find a friend, find a family member, find a colleague you can trust. And if you have to add a disclaimer in the beginning and say, I will be sharing my feelings, please do not share your advice or point of view. I just need someone to listen. Then do that. I think my poor husband and my mom already knows the signs. And I would phone them up and I would just be like, you know what, I'm really feeling crap today. My mom, I have to remind every now and then that I really don't need advice. I just want you to listen, but she gets it now. But my husband, he knows to listen and not try and find solutions and not trying to find it or not trying to fix everything, which I think is difficult for men especially, but for him as well. So he finds it really tough to just listen and listen to my frustrations or listen to how I'm feeling angry and confused and not wanting to immediately jump up and say, okay, well, I need to fix this. Who's making you feel angry? Because sometimes it just is. Sometimes you just need to acknowledge and move from there. So step number 3 would be practice self-care. I mean, this can be anything. So watching a movie, going for a walk, writing a journal, in your journal, have a coffee on your own. I have a 30-day self-care challenge. So if you want to download that with 30 things that you can actually do that helps kind of rejuvenate yourself. So yeah, please let me know if you want to have that so I can send that to you. But one of the most misconceptions, especially among mums and women, are that doing something for themselves is selfish. Self-care is not selfish. And I will repeat that again. Self-care is not selfish. You need to take care of yourself. You need to fill up your cup before you can give to everyone else. And if you're having anxiety or you're feeling scared or you're feeling drained, a lot of the times it means that you are not practicing self-care or you need to do it again. So last night I watched my very sloppy rom-com. So yeah, that brings me to the next step. So get back to what matters most. So yesterday I felt the triggers again. I felt drained, although I was doing less and less. And I decided to really go back to what matters most. So like I mentioned, I watched a very sloppy rom-com and I put down my phone and I closed my laptop and I made a plan to do the same this morning. And I went to play with Malia in the park and I played with our dog Zoe and I switched everything off and then we took the bike to go to the shops and we had a good chat and we weren't focusing on all the other 10,000 things that's happening. But after that, I felt really ready to take on the world and I had a client meeting after that and I felt really confident and positive. So get back to the basics. So if you have family or you have kids and that really matters, forget about the rest. Put down your laptop, leave work, but focus on what matters. And if family matters to you, then you need to spend time with them. If your knowledge is what matters at the moment, then you need to go for a walk to clear your head so that you can focus again. This brings me to my next point. Where are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. So step number 5 would be to make a plan, get a plan, or to make a plan to make a plan. But start getting yourself out of this. So first, you need to acknowledge it. You need to get back to what matters most, and then you need to start moving forward. So I print out monthly and yearly calendars, and I've set a meeting up with a virtual assistant to do a brainstorming session to see if we can hit the ground running going September, but also to free up my day and to have a plan to take things slow. So I will not push myself to do anything that I cannot take on. I will push myself to do one thing a day that moves me towards my goal. Small, easy wins, but keep moving forward. So, get a plan. Get a plan for something, even if it's, okay, I'm going to count to 5 and I'm going to get up and I'm going to take a shower and just do it. And then you can get back into bed. or get up and say, you know what, today I'm going to make 5% more money. Oh, I'm just going to make a plan to make that money. Or I'm going to get up and I'm going to make myself a healthy sandwich or a salad. But I'm going to put away the chocolate and I'm going to make a plan to do something else. And then tomorrow I'm going to have that chocolate. That can also be included in your plan. But get a bit of a plan and get a bit of an idea of what you're working towards. So that plan can also include your goal, but something that you can work towards. So that's step number 5. Number 6 would be to have courage to ask for help. So this afternoon I asked my husband, I said, I do not know what to do. I'm feeling stuck. Please help. What would you do? And although he felt like he gave the most ridiculous answer, I felt like he really helped me. And normally, like I said, I would go to my husband, I would say, I need a day, or I'm not feeling like myself, or can we have like a chill movie weekend? I need a break, or something like that. But you need to have the courage to ask. Like we, especially moms, like I know this. I felt like this, and I felt really like angry at at my husband for going playing golf. I'm like, what the hell? Why do you go play golf? I don't have time to play golf. But then I thought to myself, okay, are you actually asking? Are you actually like saying, listen, I need a break? Like you cannot be angry for other people doing self-care if you are not willing to step up and ask for it yourself. So you are responsible for yourself. So have the courage to ask for help when you need it, or to say, I need a break. Like I cannot keep doing this. I absolutely love my mom, but for instance, I wouldn't say this to her immediately. She always thinks I'm on the brink of divorce or busy dying or something like that. But that is only because she really cares so much that she never wants me to feel bad at all. Although I feel like it's really a part of life and it's a part of process, and part of just acknowledging it and moving forward, I think is healthy. So what I would call my mom up for is saying, listen, mom, Malia needs her gran. You need to get on the first flights and come play granny duties. And then by chance, she's an excellent cook, so she can help out with some of those things, which means that I can then go for a walk or practice some self-care or do something that I need to kind of focus on. But you need to focus on people that will help you and will get you to a better place. But you need to have the courage to actually ask. Have the courage to ask for help or to say, I need a break. And then last, number 7, but certainly not the least, celebrate everything. Like you need to give yourself time to be proud of yourself. Celebrate what you have done instead of focusing on what you have not done. Like even if it's as small as getting out of bed and washing your hair. I've been there. Like get up, wash your hair, get back into bed. That's fine. But tomorrow you get up, you wash your hair and you go downstairs and you get a cup of coffee. And then the day after that, you get out of bed, wash your hair, get a cup of coffee and take a walk. But get moving. Like just do one small thing that moves you into the right direction. So today I scheduled 5 client calls, and I will focus on that, and I will focus on the people that I'm helping instead of focusing on the blogs and the podcasts I've not written or recorded. So I'm not going to focus on what I've not done. I'm going to focus on what I have done, and I'm going to focus on the fact that I woke up early and that I played with my daughter without losing my shit, and that she was really nice and she got dressed all on her own. And I'm going to be thankful that I am practicing self-care and that I'm acknowledging, and that for today is good enough. So this means today was a good day. So I really hope that you can implement these 7 steps and that they can really make a difference in your life. Please know that you are not alone and that everyone at some point goes through this. I mean, the world is full of Instagram and Facebook and But that's not real life. Like, I hope that you guys can feel a bit of this and actually hopefully resonate with it, because there's so many people that I know that's moving countries, they're moving houses, they are moving jobs, they're starting their own businesses because of COVID. Then you've got COVID, people can't travel. Like, just take care of yourself and know that everyone at some point is going through this. And take care of yourself, because the world really needs you, and we really need more people like you to offer all of your amazing services, and the business that you have, or the mom that you are, or the dad that you are, or the husband. And there's so many people in your life that you are absolutely so valuable to. So today, celebrate everything, celebrate the small ones, and please take care of yourself. So I do want you to also know that I'm not a professional, I'm not a medical expert. This is based on my own experience, and this is just 7 steps that I've literally just blotted down this evening. So I really hope that you can benefit from this. But if you feel like you cannot you cannot handle the challenges in your life, please make sure to speak to a friend, to speak to a family member, a doctor, or get professional help. But know that together you can get through this easier. But these 7 steps will really help you. And if you need some advice or just want to give me some I feel you, I know where you are, send me a message, drop me a comment, subscribe, let me know what you're feeling. So I really, I really hope tomorrow is a better day. I hope that the challenges and the dreams that's out there for us, that we are all working towards them, and that we daily see our own potential and what we can achieve if we really put our minds to it. So be kind to yourself, love yourself, celebrate everything, and have the courage to always ask for help. Have a lovely evening. Bye.